What is going on, YouTube people? Remember when I said wait on Journey Together? I said it would take to the end of the week. It took like 2 weeks. But the overall market on Journey Together is pretty soft on the old sealed side. And booster boxes are now down to about 210. I've seen them sitting at 195, 200 at shows, and people not buying them. I've seen people trying to sell them to dealers for 190 plus, and dealers not wanting them. So that kind of tells you kind of where things are at and where they might be going right now on Journey Together. ETBs sitting at about 70, 68, 65, 70. Spoilers, if you are, or if you did buy these to flip at retail, try to scalp them, you're losing money. You are losing money. They basically cost, I think, what are they at Target? 59 plus tax. Then you go to sell it, you're losing 15%. Even if you get them a little bit cheaper than that, you are still, after eBay fees, after eBay takes their 15% cut, and if you're not selling on eBay, you're probably only getting 80 or 85% in person, you are in the red. And a lot of people thought this was probably going to happen. This set has fine stuff in it. Perfectly fine stuff. It is not a bad set, but it also doesn't seem like it's a banger of a set. We'll use a, kid term there. And the price was driven purely by hype and FOMO. Mostly FOMO. He wants it. Those 5 people are in line for it. I better get in line for it too. What are we all in line for? That was Journey Together. It worked on Prismatic because Prismatic was a monster of a set. It worked on Surging Sparks because Surging Sparks was a huge hit. It's probably going to work on Destined Rivals, but we'll see. That's TBD once we see all the cards, and I think I saw a bunch of the cards leaked and what the community response is to those cards. So we'll see how that goes. But Journey out of the gate was a very much, some people were like, oh, this is really cool. Some people were like, eh. And then some people were like, And this is the end result. You don't have enough buyers to support those crazy high prices. And the set's falling in line with where it probably should have been originally, but FOMO drove it to crazy places. This booster box in today's market, in today's wild and crazy market, I would guess settles in around the 180s, give or take. I don't think it's strongly supported at the 200 plus mark. Another thing that honestly hurts it is Rivals coming out. A lot of people are going to be holding money back for that because that is a product people want. People are freaking out about that. We'll see if it's justified or not, but this is a risk of pre-ordering at the inflated pre-order prices. It is a risk of chasing FOMO. And this was a big reason I stayed disciplined on Journey Together. I was only going to buy it if I could get it at the price that I wanted to, And if I could not get it at that price, I was just not going to buy it. Now, my price point was MSRP. I would have bought a case at MSRP. I wasn't paying over that because I did not think that there was enough in this product to justify the price that it was coming out at $225, $250 at some points. Now, luckily, I have a local LGS that has good pre-order pricing. They're very reliable, very, very good shop. And I got it for less than MSRP. And I'm very happy with that. I could have quick flipped it. I thought about it. But it's just sitting on the shelf and it'll sit there for a while and we'll see what happens. That being said, as sealed, if you're a sealed air quote investor bro, then you should be monitoring Journey Together pretty closely. Because as it continues to creep down, and I think probably, and I don't know this for sure, this is me just kind of thinking out loud. If you don't have Journey Together, or you want more position in Journey, I think the time to go for it might be when Rivals releases. I mean, if you see a good price on it between now and then, do your thing. But I think the market is going to continue to soften on Journey. And then as we get closer and closer to Rivals release, everyone is going to be looking at that. And no one is going to care about Journey Together. And that could be some pretty soft prices. Now, it depends on how the inventory flushes out between now and then. That's still a month and a half away when Rivals comes out. So, who knows? But kind of something to think about. But if you're a sealed buyer, this is what you want to see. You want to see this thing keep going down. And then the set that everybody hates, that nobody wants, this, that, the other thing, slide on in and buy. You have to probably sit on it for a while. But these are the areas of opportunities that you're looking for. Now, I don't think myself personally, I'm usually about a 1 case per release guy. I don't know that I would buy a second case of this unless it got under MSRP. Even at MSRP, I don't think I would buy a second case. Just because, I'm not made of money. I can't just willy-nilly load up on extra cases left, right, and center. And I like to stick to my plan. There's been instances where I have broken my plan. Did that with Paldea Evolved. It worked out well. I got a second case offered to me on the reprint that they did and took it. And that's obviously been great. But this is a stark reminder of when FOMO runs wild and you don't have true demand for the product. And like I said, I think the fact that Rivals is coming has sucked the wind out of the sales of Journey. So maybe it would be performing slightly better if people weren't pre-ordering Rivals at 300 and some bucks a booster box or whatever. But I continue to see this price to probably slow down, in my opinion. I think this gets sub 200. I don't know if it gets all the way to MSRP. I don't think it's going to get that crazy. But I could definitely see this box getting to the 180s. When you just look at it compared to all the other sets in Scarlet and Violet, there are way better sets than this that are in the 180s, 190s. And I just think that's where this is headed. You have the enhanced promo, whatever. That would be, and I will put a little asterisk here, and we won't know this for a very long time. The one thing that could save this is when they reprint it, because at some point they will. Do they reprint it with the enhanced booster boxes or the regular booster boxes? If they announce a reprint and it comes out and it does not have the promo card in it, then that would change the math a little bit on this. But we're not going to know that for a while. And that's just pure guess and speculation. And I don't know that that's going to happen or not. That's my what if. So, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. Did you FOMO buy Journey at the inflated prices? Have you been being patient and are getting ready to swoop in now? Or do you not care at all? That's all I got for you, boys and girls. Catch you on the next one. Peace.